Hello everyone, I am Archana Rani. In this video lecture, I am going to discuss assignment number 8 of Python Programming Laboratory. The problem definition is create a class store to keep track of product like product code, name of product and price of product, and display the menu of all product to users and generate the bill as per the order. The objective for this assignment is to learn how to use the array and object oriented concept in Python. And outcome is we are expected that once we learn this assignment, student will able to implement the array concept and the object oriented concept for any real life problem. The problem definition, as I said it, that we have to create the store class. In that store class, we have to maintain that store the product details like product code, name, and price, and display the menu for the users for order the product and generate the bill as per the user's order. The prerequisite for this program that user should know how to take the input and output in a Python. Then what are the different data types we get it in Python, operators we may use it to perform the operations, and then the array concept, looping statement, and object oriented concept in a Python programming. The problem solution is, as we had seen, that we have to take it the input from the user as a product code, name, and price, then define the class as a store. In that define the class, we have to define the various member functions, and then finally we have to print the result as a bill of that product and then exit. Let's we discuss how to implement this problem definition. For implementing this problem, first we should know how to use it the array, as the one user may be take it the number of items or the product from the store. So for that we can using the array concept in this assignment. So how to use the array in Python? For that first you should know what is array, then we will see how to take it in a Python. Hope you are already knowing what is the array. Array is nothing but it is a collection of atoms that store a continuous memory location. And what is this continuous memory location? That it support the similar type of the data. We can store it in a single variable, that is also called as the array. This idea is store the multiple atoms for the same type together, that is called as the array. So array is a special variable which can hold the more than one value at a time. If you see on the screen that it's pictorially I have represented that in single array we may edit the number of elements, like if the array is always start from the zero, that we call as a first index, whereas how we are going to edit the array, that we may call the uh, size of that arrays. Okay, likewise, and the length of array is showing here as 10. That means maximum in single variable, if I want to store the 10 different values, different value means the same type of the different values, that are we can consider here as an element in an array, that are the array element. So for the first location or the first index, I may store 10, in second 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, likewise. Or in between, if I want to store the array as a 5, it's different number like 55 numbers, so I may store it likewise. Yes, so the all these are called as the indices. Yes, that are the indices, and that indices is nothing but the we get it that is the length of the array, that is depend on the length of the array, how much length of the array you have defined initially in a program. As per that you provide it, you will get it the indices, and each index you can store the single value or one value at a time in that array. Now let's we discuss, this is all about the general introduction of the array. Now let's we discuss how the array can be used in a Python. For using the array in a Python, you can take it, you will get it that you have to import the array module. For importing the array module, you have to use it the keyword as an array, then data type and the value list you have to provide. It's help to create the array with the data type and the value list specified in its argument. Yes, whatever value you want, you can pass that value also along with the data type. For example, here I have shown you the different functionality of the array, that how to access the element of the array. For accessing the element, first you should know how to declare that array. So as all of we are knowing or we are learning that Python language is very user friendly, so whatever things we wanted directly we can assign it. For example is given here, if we want to get the value from the array, like I have taken one variable x equal to cars of the zero, so whatever value I get it at a zeroth locations of the array, I can read it that value. Or or if I want to modify the value for the first location, then I can directly declare, as everybody is knowing that array is declared in a square bracket, so it is a square bracket. So cars of the square of 0, if I put it and if I give it that in a string value, initially I wanted to read it the integer value, whereas now I have initialized here as a string value. Likewise we can whatever type of value we want, we can take it that also in a Python. If I want to calculate the length of the array, then I get it the method called as the length method. By using this, I can easily calculate the length of the array. For that, simply you have to use it the method length and then put it your array name, so it will return the value of your array in the specific variable. Likewise, then how to loop the array element? For looping the array element, as we have already implemented in the other programming language, always for array we take it the help from the for loop. So by using the for loop we can perform the array operations. So for how to implement the for loop in Python we have already discussed, but let's we have a loop that whatever value we want to take it, that with the help of for keyword for, then the variable x in car is your array name. Okay, that is your array, and then printing that x one by one. Likewise you can read it the array element by using the for loop. Okay, or accessing the elements of the array by using the for loop. Whereas if I want to add the elements in a array, I get it the method called as the append method, and this method we have used it for our assignment, this assignment also, for adding the element into the array. So array name, you have to give it the array name along with the method, and then whatever value you want to add, that you can put it in a bracket, so that can be added in your array. Whereas if I want to remove the specific array element from the array, then I get it the ready-made method called as the pop method, that help to remove the array element. Okay, for using the pop method, I may put it the index of that array. So as per that locations, the index sorry as per the index is given for the pop method, the element for that positions may be get deleted. Whereas if I want to delete it the element that has the value of the specific value, then I may use it the, that is the another method I may get it for the removing the element from the array. Either you use it the pop method or get it another method called as remove. So any method you can use it and implement it, either pop, either remove. So for that, first we should know what are the array different methods we supported. Sorry, Python is supported in a array methods is supported in a Python. You should know it. So these are the method that is get it in a Python. Built-in array method, as I said it, that append is used for adding the elements, clear is used to remove all the elements. Please note down here all the elements from the array. When you want to remove, that time you can use it the clear. If you want to copy the element, then you use it the copy. Count, then extend. Yes, if you want to extend means again adding it, or the specific index you want to return it. Insert it, pop it, remove it, reverse it. If you want to print it in reverse order, you get it that reverse, or if you want to sort it, then you get it the method sort. Likewise, these are the array methods, built-in array methods in a Python. By using this method, I have written the program as it's defined that we have to create the class. For creating the class, we are maintaining the store, and in store we get it the different product. And for maintain the product details, I have taken here three array as a product for maintaining details, product code, product name, and price. Then whatever data I want, whatever users may give it the order, that should be maintained in one variable or in one function. Sorry, not variable, in function. So I have defined here one function called as input data. So I am reading the data from the users in a input data functions. Yes, then if you see it that in with the help of for loop I am reading it the product code, then the product name, price details from the users. Yes, then displaying that data. Once you read it the data, the second functions I have declared it in a class that is called as the display data, and I'm displaying that data, product code, price, and the name of that product, again with the help of for loop only. Then the next functions I have created to generate the bill. Once I given the order, the very important thing that we have to generate the bill. For generating the bill, first we have to calculate total amount. How we can calculate the total amount? That this is very basic things, that if we are having the quantity and the rate, then we have to calculate the subtotal of that particular product, and then lastly we can add it all the subtotals in a single variable, that will be the total bill of the product or the store. Likewise we can calculate it. So for calculating the subtotal, I have taken it the total amount I may take it here, price into account. Yes, and then I'm displaying that in a code name and price in an appropriate format, that total details, and I'm displaying that here along with the details of the price code, price name, sorry, product code, product name, product price. Yes, product quantity, and the total amount, that is your subtotal. Yes, and then lastly I am adding that into the total amount. Okay, all the totals. Yes, then I have created here uh, as a object here for the store class, then I called it the input data, then the display data. And as I said it initially only, that we are using array here. So if we want to order the multiple quantity or the multiple data, so I have taken it here for the for loop. With the help of for loop I am taking the multiple data from the users. Okay, and then we with the help of append functions I am adding that data into the array, and then generating the bill. Likewise, and if we run this program, then the output may be generated like this, that taking the input from the user as a code of product, name of product, price of product, that is the first details of first product, then second details of second product, and third detail of third product. Yes, then it will, as as I said it, that the second once you create the object, the second functions you have called it that the displaying data. So for displaying data in appropriate format, display product code, name, and price. Then we have to take it the quantity from the users. Yes, so how you are going to take it the quantity from the users? For that, here, as I have taken here quantity as an array, and with the help of for loop I am taking that quantity. And once I take it that quantity, with the help of the append function, as I said it add it into that quantity array. Yes, and calling the functions. Yeah, so for example here, quantity for the first product I have taken 10, 20, and 15. Likewise, yes, and then it will call the generate bill function. When the generate bill function is called, then it calculate the total amount. How it calculate the total amount? So again with the help of for loop, it calculating the subtotals, and lastly then it adding all the details of that all totals, and it display it on a screen. Likewise, if we see it here for generating the bills, that as this much up to price we have already displayed initially also. Then the quantity we have taken from the users 10, 25, and 15, and lastly it will calculate the subtotal, like 20 into 10, it's 200, 5 into 25, 125, 2 into 15, 30, and it's again lastly it calculate the total of that amount, that is 200 plus 125 plus 30, it get it 355. Likewise, if we run this program, then we get it the output. Let me switch to the console so I can demonstrate this program you in a Python. I already copy paste this program, as I already shown it, that we have created the store class, then the input data function, then display data function, and the generate function. And lastly, we created the object for the store class, then calling the input data, display data, then we take it the array as a array as a in sorry quantity as a array here for taking the multiple product from the users, and then with the help of for loop we are adding that quantity into the quantity array, and then calling the generate bill functions for generating the final bill of that each product likewise. And if I run this program, then it will ask for the product. Likewise, if I give it the product detail 10, then name of the product and price of the product. So it display the detail that pen, pencil, eraser I have given price 10, 5, 2 I have given. Now quantity I am giving 5, 5, 5 to each product. So for better understanding, so as I said it, that first price I have given 10, 10 into 5, it's calculate the total subtype 50. Then the second price we have given 5, the quantity we give it the 5. Sorry, here some printing mistakes is print statement mistake is there, so please try to understand. 5 into 5 it's showing 25, then 2 into 5 it's calculating 10, and if we add it 50 plus 25 plus 10, then the total amount of the bill is 85. Likewise, we perform the store calculations, or we generate the store bill by using the array and the object oriented concept. Hope you understood it. This is all about the assignment number 6. As per the data read from the users, we have implemented the object oriented concept and the array concept in a Python programming. Yes, and maintain the store atoms details and generate the bill for the given data. Thank you.